So this is the Homelite weed whacker that we have been testing so far for this summer, and what we have in this weed whacker are two triaxial piezoelectric accelerometers, which are specialized to measure the acceleration in each of the three principal axes. And one is fitted to the handle, right? You guys can see it right now, and the other one is fitted to the custom grip that we built from scratch. We removed the grip that the manufacturer had placed, and we made a stud-based grip, which we believe would ultimately dampen the vibration. So let's move on to the testing. So what we have here is we have a weed whacker, and the problem is that we are trying to isolate the vibration so that each of the vibration measurements are repeatable and isolated. And we have two bungee cords that we are using to suspend the weed whacker in these two wooden planks using a clamp. And whenever we take the vibration data like this, we believe that the randomness that might arise due to holding the weed whacker with the hand can be eliminated.
Similar to our previous setup, we're taking data simultaneously through two accelerometers in the same positions, but instead of suspending it without any human interference, we're going to see what the signals read with someone actually holding the device with the damping system. And let's take some data.
So from this weed whacker, we use this mobile data acquisition system, which has a computer and a DAC, which helps us to acquire the signals from the two triaxial piezoelectric accelerometers. And yeah, so we basically use the software called the WaveView scope to acquire this data and finally process it in a different computer.
So the software we're using is called the WaveView. In the main window, what we can do is we can change the settings, like the time for which the sample is being taken and the frequency, sampling rate. And we can go to the acquisition mode, which is given in the scope window. We can run a sample test right here. And there you go. Those are the acceleration samples graphs, which we can save it, and once we save it, it is stored in an ASCII file format, and it contains 6 columns for each of the 3 axes. Once the data is acquired, we process the data through the MATLAB. Here we can see an example. We run this routine that we wrote down. It processes the file and finally spits out file as well as the number, and it will store these results in an Excel file. This is an example figure that we generated, and let's look at the Excel files and the figures. So this is an Excel file containing all the RMS value of the acceleration computed from frequency or Fourier transformation, and the rest of the files are the figures that the MATLAB generated.
What we have here is our MATLAB GUI, which simplifies the process of browsing multiple ASCII files at once. Once we have selected all of our files, we can begin the processing. As the script processes the files, it graphically displays the results in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And once it has finished processing the entire batch, the results are tabulated in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen and eventually exported to an Excel file.